Mai Kako, a Kama Mai the Curtain Call, a weekly program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and or with the great art and artists on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown. The latest exhibit at the Maui Arts Cultural Center Schaefer International Gallery is Paths of Ink, an international invitational. Their work exemplifies new movements in the ancient art of calligraphy. Usually associated with written language, this work seeks to expand the form into art, where the creators have gone beyond language to find meaning and beauty in the forms of the art. Upon entering the gallery, there is a Zen quality one immediately experiences. Usually, the first thing a visitor sees is the title of the exhibit. Here, the first thing one sees is Japanese master Shogun Hirano's 2024 untitled ink pastel on polyester work. Sensei Hirano has been doing calligraphy all his life. He was quite the prodigy, having won grand prizes in numerous traditional calligraphy competitions while still in his teens. He founded a calligraphic genre called shuge. It uses the line of, quote, life, unquote, to form the shape of the totality of the universe. He tells the viewer in his artist statement, quote, "My approach is more abstract and less concerned with literalness," unquote. He has several other works in this show. This is White Dragon from 2024, Ink on Silk. These are Ink on Cotton, Symphony, and Tree Spirit. They must be playing a prestissimo. It looks very fast, and the Tree Spirit is as calm and contemplative as Symphony is frenetic. His final work is Night Festival. It is as monumental as White Dragon, but this time the artist has used cardboard with ink, pastel, and crayon. Note the exceptional complexity of the work here. It is draped over a bar near the ceiling, so there is another side to it. Atsuko Ichikawa left Japan after graduation and took up residency at Pilchuck Glass School, where she studied with the great master Dale Chihuly. She has taken calligraphy to another level. She uses molten glass as her brush. She calls this pyrography, which is usually associated with wood burning, and she does this on paper. From left to right, tracked 648, done in 2008, 1622 from 2022, and 9811, done in 2011. And her earliest work in the show, this massive fluid moment, done in 2007. If you want to see her at work, just put her name into YouTube and prepare to be astounded. She drops molten glass on paper to create these pieces. Noriko Keitako is an octogenarian whose ink work on gold and silver foil on colored paper appears to be the most traditional. But I encourage the viewer to read her statement. You can definitely see the pauses she talks about. All of these works were done in 2024, and they are all untitled. When one views the work of Michiko Hamasaki, it will remind one of the work of one of our most important abstract expressionists, Robert Motherwell. Like Ms. Hamasaki, Motherwell was captivated by black and white. In her statement, she questions, quote, "Why do I practice calligraphy?" unquote. She tells us in order to not just be a copyist, one must study subjects other than calligraphy, such as literature, philosophy, Zen. She heard a lecture by a poet of the Tanaka Society, and she joined and started to write poetry, and then she became a Buddhist. She sees calligraphy as a way to, quote, "heal people's hearts and create a society of shared coexistence and harmony," unquote. The moon over the mountain are 7 scrolls suspended from the ceiling of ink rakusuishi paper. Rakusuishi is a filmy, thin washi that is transparent to light. The washi is so thin that the individual fibers which make the paper are apparent. This was created in 2022. On November 7th, there was a special pre-opening edition of Activations featuring calligraphy performances by Michiko Hamasaki, Shogun Hirano, and Bisei Fukushima Koshu. Ms. Hamasaki collaborated with Maui viewers on this ink on newsprint entitled Love on November 7th. The charge was to, quote, "Let us join hands with all people and nurture a world filled with love for humanity so that our compassion reaches to the expanses of the universe," unquote. This is something Maui folk could and did get on board with. Mr. Hirano created this large ink on cotton work called appropriately Hawaiian Waves and Rainbows. And Bisei Fukushima Koshu, who works in the art of kodaimoji, ancient Chinese kanji characters, did these incredible ink gold pigment on paper called Heartbeat of Life, all things in nature, dream and wind god, thunder god, dragon god, universe. Mr. Koshu tells us, quote, "These characters were created to connect people spiritually with the supernatural," unquote. He continues, quote, "I paint using my entire body," unquote, and, quote, "brush strokes capture living energy and rhythm, while sumi ink acts like blood coursing through one's body," unquote. All the work he is showing was created in 2024. I wish I could have seen him performing this work. You can see in all of his work the characteristic movement he describes. This work is so kinetic, it dances on the wall. When one looks at each of his pieces, you can almost hear them. This final silk mounting is ink gold pigment on paper with silk mounting called the Power of Life. It almost explodes off the wall, it has such energy. Jonathan Yukio Clark, gallery director, has created another world-class exhibit. Walking into the Schaefer International Gallery is like walking into the gallery of any major museum in the world. This is not only about the quality of the work, but about the care, excellence, and beauty of the way the work is displayed. Everything is perfect. Every detail has been attended to maximize the viewer's aesthetic experience. The lighting is dramatic, the location of the works magnifies their quality and shows them in the best possible manner to the viewer. This is a show you have to take in. Be prepared to have a spiritual and emotional encounter with these works that take a form most have looked at as a craft to make written language pretty and transformed it into high art. On Saturday, December 7th at 1 p.m. in the Alexa Hiroshima meeting room, there will be an artist talk, New Takes on Tradition. It will be a slideshow with artists Etsuko Ichikawa and Tai-Sang Han presenting their respective careers and unconventional approaches to modern calligraphy. This is free. No RSVP is required. The Schaefer International Gallery is open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The gallery is also open until 7:30 p.m. for select Castle Theater and Yokouchi Pavilion shows. Admission is free, although donations are graciously accepted. The gallery will be closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. The exhibition continues until December 28th. Well, that's Curtain Call for this week. Mahalo for tuning in. I'm Paul James Brown. In a statement of shameless self-promotion, I would like to invite you all to join the Maui Madrigal Songs of the Season this Sunday, December 7th, at Unity Church. Now, you can heli on over there after you go to the artist's talk at the Maui Arts Cultural Center at 3 p.m. You can park your car in the county parking lot at 200 High Street, right across the street from the library, and there will be a shuttle to bring you to Unity. Please join us for some songs of the season. I know you'll enjoy yourself. Well, that's Curtain Call. Maui strong. Ahui ho.